Oh, son, what's good, my boy? How to build an aesthetic body while working construction. I'm gonna try to do this in under 10 minutes because it's 6:30 and I gotta get to the job site. So we gotta start off with why you want to do this. For me, I was sucked in like the online fitness space and all these aesthetics. I was a fat kid my whole fucking teenage years. Ended up losing over 150 pounds while doing all this, doing this type of work and stuff like that. And really, my life quality what since building an aesthetic physique has been 10 times better. I have way more confidence, and the main thing that really drove me is when you work construction, you really see two types of people. It's really rare you see some fucking like big ass C-bum looking motherfucker on the goddamn job site. That shit just don't happen. The most common people you run across is people like they're super skinny, they got pencil arms, they're lean, they got veins and all this shit, but they're normally pretty skinny. Or they got a big ass gut and they're fat as shit and they got like 45-year-old dad bod. And you don't want to be doing that. And what are some of the things that I see these people do? What are the two main factors that I see attribute to this? A complete lack of discipline in their diet. I mean, I'm talking about going for lunch every single day, getting just fucking either fast food or a big ass plate of Mexican food from the taqueria down the street or the taco truck, shit like that. There's no discipline in the diet whatsoever. As well as they have no discipline after work. A lot of these motherfuckers after work, they work that 8 hours and then they just come home and they drink beer or they work on something at their house and they just chill out and they relax. Nah, we're young. If you're like me and you're under 30 years old, you still got all this energy and testosterone flowing through you. So it's time to buckle down and get with your fucking shit, dog. I'm extremely disciplined. For the last 6 months on my fucking job, I've brought my lunch with ground beef in that son of a bitch, some fruit, bananas, and some nuts. And that's all I fucking eat. That's pretty much most of what I eat during the day. Of course, I have cheat meals and I'll go out to eat sometimes, but mostly throughout the day and throughout the normal week, my diet consists of those things. It's easy to manage, easy to track, but we'll get into that later. First, we got to identify what your goal is. Are you a skinny motherfucker and you want to bulk up? If you're in this camp, you're very, very much in luck. I promise you it's 10 times easier if you're in this camp. Because if you're a skinny person and you're trying to gain a bunch of muscle, all you have to truly do is eat more. All you have to do is eat more. I'm talking about you wake up in the morning, chug 10 fucking eggs down. You bring you a fucking 3-4 ounces of nuts every single day, like almonds or something, and just chomp them down. Bring you something with lots of fat and lots of carbohydrates in it and just chomp it down. Not too much because you don't want to get sluggish or brain fog, but enough where it's going to replenish your energy. And that's pretty much just all you got to do if you want to gain the muscle and weight. We'll get into workouts here in a minute. Now, if you're a fat fuck like I have been in the past trying to lose weight, or you're trying to lean down while you're doing this, it's going to be a lot harder for you, especially with balancing the workouts I'm going to suggest with the manual labor. Like if you're a fucking roofer and you're walking up ladders all day in the hot sun with shingles on you, or you're hauling big ass 20-foot boards for decks, I don't know what you do, or pouring concrete, it's going to be pretty hard because this shit all exerts energy. At the end of the day, it's all calories in, calories out. Think about all the food side of this is energy. All fat on your body is excess energy stored. And whenever you add in these workouts, you're going to be expending so much energy that if you don't eat enough and you don't eat right, that you're going to just be fucking getting anorexic. You're going to get like fucking skin and bone. You're going to lose muscle and everything. So it's a very fine tightrope balance. This is very hard. Much harder than like someone that wants to be, I want to be a bodybuilder, dude. This is much harder, dog. There's a tightrope you got to walk between eating enough to lose weight, but also you're not cutting down so quickly and hastily that you're not cutting down so quickly with such calorie restriction that you're going to start tapping into your muscle and shit like that too, because you got to keep that muscle. That's very key here. So really, what I've kind of found is ideal is find like a maintenance calorie point, somewhere where you maintain your weight. And that really kind of serves, because your normal maintenance, whenever you're not working construction but you're just going to the gym, and if this is going for if you're trying to cut weight, if you're trying to lean down, it actually becomes your new cut weight. And if you started at like the calorie amount that you would cut at, it's too much, it's too low, that you're just going to start losing muscle. So walk that balance. So you have to play with it a little bit and experiment with extra calories or less calories depending on your metabolism and the work you do. Now, we explained that if it's going to be harder to cut down during this because of all the energy, and truly, if you're doing construction, you almost could like, main gaining is almost a viable option. Normally, I wouldn't suggest main gaining. I think it's kind of like spinning your wheels with no resolve. It doesn't get you to where you want as fast as something like a bulk or a cut, like traditional would. But whenever you work construction and with the workouts I'm going to explain to you, it kind of works almost perfectly. Now, I'll say if you're a fat ass, if you're like fucking 50, 60, 70 pounds overweight, of course, just go straight on a cut. You're going to be all right, dog. I promise you're going to be all right. But if you're like kind of where you're like almost where you're not severely overweight, you got to really be careful with it. You got to eat enough. Your main thing is not how little you can eat to cut down real fast. It's eat enough, because you do not want it to start eating away at your muscles. Now, let's get into the workouts. I've tried everything. Before, whenever I'd work light construction and I wasn't doing real heavy work, I would go 6 days a week. I would go to the fucking gym in my like yellow fluorescent like shit that I'd wear on a roof, and I'd get like respect from motherfuckers to be like, "Hey dog, I respect that and shit." But it was kind of, whenever I worked out then, it was kind of fucked up, dog. I felt very weak. I wasn't gaining any strength whatsoever, and it was very hard. It was a very hard thing to maintain. So I would not suggest like a traditional 6 days a week. That shit really does not seem to work very well. Now, then I kind of went the route where I'm like, oh, well, I'm getting enough physical exercise with this, so I'm just going to see what happens if I quit the gym. Now, I had built up enough muscle and been working out for a long enough period of time where I didn't lose too much definition and shit like that. But it stunted all my growth, and it kind of got me in that pussy cycle. So you got to still work out. The construction, even if it's very hard, like concrete, will not be enough. So what I kind of recommend, if you work 5 days on, 2 days off, is do a 3-day split. Full body, kind of. This is what I do now. On Saturday, I do like an hour and a half upper body where I hit fucking everything. Hammer that son of a bitch. Then on Sunday, I do a lower body. Heavy ass deadlifts, heavy ass squats. Just push that shit to a maximum. Then Monday and Tuesday are rest days. And Wednesday, I do this before work. If you possibly can, convince yourself to wake up that early. Do this before work. A total full body workout. Squats, Romanian deadlifts. That's what I do for lower. Then for upper, I'll do like an incline bench. I'll do some dips, some pull-ups, and some rows. Just like a heavy-ass compound full body movement. And then Thursday and Friday are rest days. And if I feel like I need a little bit more, if I feel like I'm not sore in a certain muscle, I hit it very lightly, do some little pump work with it. Then back onto the super heavy-ass workouts on the 2 days that I'm off. That seems to work the best. I'm still getting lots of results and gaining strength and dialing that in the diet. So that's how I've figured out how to crack this code of building an aesthetic body while also working construction. Now you gotta understand that you're not going to be going as fast as someone who is just utilizing all their time into bodybuilding and they're not working construction, they're working at fucking Subway. But I believe all of these choices come down to a give or take. You could choose to work some bubblegum job and continue trying to build an aesthetic physique, but you do not get the satisfaction of deriving it from actually doing that hard-ass physical job and then still going to the gym. You'll have a sense of confidence like nothing else, I promise you. It'll separate you from the rest and develop a mindset and an ability to actually truly work hard like nothing else. Because let's be honest, these little pussy bodybuilders who work like little bubblegum jobs, like, oh, don't I make McDonald's cheeseburgers, or I work at the car dealership, or they don't do anything that's like truly hard or beneficial to society. you you are actually very lazy when you do this. Because let's look at all these fucking influencer people. What do? The hardest thing they do in the day is 2 hour. The hardest and most rewarding thing they do in the day is the little, like, at max 2 hours in the fucking gym. Then they go home, and I see this lifestyle repeated over and over. They eat out, eat a little meal at Chipotle. Then they go home and smoke weed and play a fucking video game and some bullshit. That's all crap, dog. That's all complete bullshit. You will develop a sense of confidence, drive, and desire like nothing else whenever you truly build up a resume of shit you are doing. That's all confidence comes from, especially if you're like a young person, like I used to be, where I didn't have a lot of confidence and self-esteem. This will rapidly build that for you. Unlike those other things where I see all these influencers who are like, how do I deal with depression? You're depressed because you ain't doing shit to your fullest potential. You're working out fucking 2 hours a day, and that's the only beneficial thing they do. They don't do anything that's beneficial or rewarding to society. Like us motherfuckers who are in construction, we building the fucking homes these people are going to celebrate and have fun with their families in for years. We're building the fucking roads that people drive on. We're building the country. We are the country's backbone. And all these motherfuckers who think they're doing something because they're working at fast food, dog, you ain't doing nothing but giving a fat fuck a cheeseburger because he's too lazy to prep his food or cook something. It's just bullshit, dog. It's bullshit food with no fucking nutrition. Selling, oh, dude, get a job in sales. It'll kill your social anxiety. All that bullshit, bro. It's just corny, dog. Keep on grinding. If you're doing what I'm doing with this construction shit, and you still got these goals, and you haven't let the construction kill your desires and hopes and dreams, you're really fucking about it, dog, and I truly respect you. I have this little thing where I'm coaching some people right now. I got 4 slots left. I started off with I can take on 5 with all this shit that I'm doing with this videos and with the construction job, because I'm a general contractor and I run my little crew and all this shit. So I've taken on 5 total people, and I got 1 so far. So I got 4 slots left. It's pretty much free. Just go ahead and message me on my email. It's in the description, but if you don't look in the description, KAMERONJARTHUR@gmail.com. And we'll talk, I'll screen you a little bit, and we'll just see and go from there and what we can do. Chase paper, enjoy nature, old son, and have a great day.